You know that feeling when it's like 3 p.m., someone asks what you want for dinner, and your brain just flat out short circuits?
Oh, yeah, it feels like you've run a marathon, but, all you've done is sit at a desk all day.
Exactly. I'm your host, and welcome to today's Deep Dive. We're jumping straight into a guide on how small, quiet habits shape your future, health, and wealth.
Hey, everyone, and that 3 p.m. exhaustion we just mentioned, that is classic decision fatigue. Every single choice you make drains a tiny bit of your cognitive battery.
From picking a shirt to deciding which email to answer it.
Exactly.
And today's deep dive is really about hacking that system. We're going to uncover how to use automatic actions to bypass that fatigue so you can level up your life without feeling totally overwhelmed.
Yeah, it's entirely about moving the needle using automatic actions rather than relying on, sheer willpower.
Okay, let's unpack this. Before we look at specific routines, we have to understand why doing things without thinking is actually our brain's superpower. It's basically like putting your brain on battery saver mode so you have energy for what actually matters.
Right. And what's fascinating here is that outsourcing decisions to habits literally shapes who you believe you are.
Wait, how does it shape who we are?
Well, when you outsource a decision to an automatic habit, you are literally voting for your own identity. Like if you read automatically every day, you aren't just doing a task, you become a reader.
Oh, wow. So you're actively rewriting your self-image.
Exactly. It's all about small actions creating big results.
So if these habits shape who we are, it seems like how we start our day sets our baseline for everything.
It absolutely does. Since habits save energy, you want to protect your first energy right when you wake up.
Right, before your brain gets hijacked by other people's demands. The sources actually suggest ignoring your smartphone for the first 30 minutes of the day.
Which is so hard to do, I know. But instead of scrolling, you should rehydrate. Stretch for just like 5 to 10 minutes and pick one main goal for the day.
Just one goal.
Just one. And you connect that to other physical routines like maintaining an internal clock with 7 to 9 hours of consistent sleep.
Which is huge. And then they also mention exercising for just 15 minutes. But here's where it gets really interesting. If my battery's already drained, doesn't exercise make you more tired?
I mean, I hear that a lot. It sounds completely counterproductive.
Yeah, it feels like spending energy you don't have.
It seems like a paradox, but it's pure neurochemistry.
What?
Moving your body actually prompts your brain to release endorphins, serotonin, and dopamine.
Oh, so it creates a rush.
Right. Those chemicals literally create the feeling of energy and focus. You aren't draining your battery by exercising, you're plugging it into a charger.
That is such a good way to look at it. So physical habits generate that daily energy. And then the next step from the sources is investing that energy into long-term wealth and knowledge.
Yes. And for money, the big rule is to pay yourself first.
Meaning you save automatically before you spend. Right.
Exactly. By setting up an automatic transfer on payday, you bypass willpower entirely. The money is just safely tucked away.
Before your decision fatigue tricks you into buying something you don't need on sale.
Right. And beware of sales. It is only a deal if you actually needed it anyway.
Good point. And we can apply that exact same automatic mechanism to learning, right? The sources talk about spaced repetition.
Yeah, practicing a skill for 15 minutes a day works way better than cramming for 2 hours once a week. Short, repeated exposures force your brain to strengthen those neural pathways.
So what does this all mean for someone who thinks, reading 10 pages a day is just a waste of time?
Well, because of the compounding effect, it's actually massive. 10 pages a day feels like nothing in the moment.
Yeah, your internal voice just says, why bother?
Exactly. But over a year, that's 3,000 pages. You just read 10 to 15 books from a tiny, consistent daily action.
Wow, 15 books just from 10 pages a day.
Yep. And by the way, that negative internal voice saying, why bother? That's a habit too. Stop the double standard of negative self-talk. If you actively practice speaking to yourself like a friend, you rewire your whole mindset.
That's powerful. But knowing all this is useless without a systematic way to make these actions automatic.
Right. You need a blueprint for sticking to it.
And the sources say to start embarrassingly easy. Like just 5 minutes of effort.
Yes, make it so easy you can't say no. And then use habit stacking.
That's where you anchor the new habit to an existing routine, right? Like stretching while the coffee brews.
Exactly. If we connect this to the bigger picture, you're using an established neural pathway, the coffee routine, to automatically trigger the stretching behavior.
That takes the motivation right out of the equation. And then they say to use a visual tracker to build a chain. But there's a golden rule here, isn't there?
Yes, the absolute golden rule: never miss twice.
Because missing one day is an accident. I mean, it happens to everyone.
Of course. Missing one day is just a blip. But missing 2 days starts the formation of a new pattern.
A new negative pattern.
Right. The psychology of momentum is fragile, so the trick is to let go of the guilt immediately if you miss a day, and just start the chain again the next morning.
It really all comes down to letting autopilot do the heavy lifting. Small, consistent steps compound quietly into massive life changes.
Just bypass the decision fatigue and let the system run.
Well, we'll leave you with this provocative thought to explore on your own. If your habits shape your identity, take a hard look at what you did automatically today.
Just today.
Yeah, based only on those unconscious actions, who would a stranger guess you were becoming 10 years from now?